Oh, hey everybody. Welcome to Tally the Vote. We're getting serious now. We're here to talk about all things Big Brother, and we will, and probably everything else that pops into our head tonight. I'm Christy, and with me, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hey, I'm Jamie.
I'm the space cowboy.
Right.
Because apparently you're allowed to give yourself a nickname now. And like big calling him the space cowboy, and it makes me want to vomit. So
Nobody should be able to make up their own nickname. That's a bad move.
Did you notice no one else in the house calls him the space cowboy? It's just him.
But he only calls himself Space Cowboy in the diary room, right?
He really
He's not telling them, hey guys, call me Space Cowboy. It's really cool.
Listen, when he is walking around the house, not in the diary room, he's way too busy taking charge of every conversation and telling girls when they should wear more clothes and when they shouldn't. So he's too busy to call himself by his
name. David.
Okay, but at least
you're right.
At least he's so asking for girls to give him their clothes before they leave.
Yeah. I don't know. This guy.
We're going to talk about that, I'm sure.
Sure. But before we jump in, I just want to make sure we get our little spiel completed. Guys, we're here every Thursday night after the eviction so that we can, just complain or say what they should have done. Well, and you don't want to miss that. So make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And then we have our wonderful Facebook group where you can come and find little spoilers throughout the week. And then of course you could email us. David, what's that super confusing email address?
I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen because I have that power.
There you go.
Because I am what? The space cowboy.
The space cowboy. Space cadet. But anyway, so email us because please, guys, can you guys let David prove he knows how to read? Come on.
We wonder every day.
Of course, afterwards, you can follow us on Twitter and see what we're liking or sharing or complaining about.
I mean,
there.
You can.
If you miss us throughout the week. So anyway,
I think Roy would send us an email, just like a pity email at this point.
Who did?
I don't know. Roy would feel bad for us and send us an email, but just get one.
See, you went from just suggesting it to kind of guilting them out. Now you're calling her out.
I have no shame at this point. We will get an email before the end of the season.
I'm sure it will be completely well written. And also, bro, if you send in an email, make sure you use a lot of really big words. We are going to really test David's literacy here.
Yes, large words with many syllables, please.
But anyway, back to Mr. Space Cowboy, David's favorite new BFF.
This wasn't an easy HOH to win. This wasn't a crapshoot.
No.
This took some work. This took almost 14 hours of dedication.
There we go. Let's start there. They were so close.
Christy, you go first.
They were so close. I'm just upset that they couldn't go 10 more minutes.
Well, they obviously didn't know they were that close.
No, I know, but I'm just like,
But I will say this. For a week when you're going to introduce a superpower and effectively cancel the week out, this is not the HOH stage to do. No. Sorry, when somebody stands there for 14 freaking hours holding the button, you know what? They should get their HOH and not have it just nullified by.
I agree, because this was a hard one to win. So what do you think CBS's motivation was for putting these two together? Do you think they thought it was going to be a boring week because there was going to be a superpower? So they thought they needed entertaining?
Well, I don't know. What do you think on that, Jamie? You think production had planned at the beginning, or do you think this was an on the fly, a la Big Brother Australia, where they just make it up as they go along?
Well, funny that you should mention on the fly, because I that's a note. We're going to note that because we're coming back to that in a minute.
We're coming back to the fly. Okay,
we're coming back to the fly.
Flies plural.
Sure, they could have pushed. They could have pushed this for some sort of agenda, but honestly, yeah, it sucks. It's a tough HOH to win. You win that HOH, and then this power is unleashed in the house. But realistically, the power didn't have to be used on this HOH.
No, it didn't.
This power could have absolutely been used. What, 2 weeks? There's 2 weeks. It's still good. So, you know,
I really like their strategy for using it this week, though.
I liked it because Cameron is meh.
I think it was okay. So I really had hoped. My hope was that if he decided to use the power and save someone, then automatically the other person would go home. That's what I'd hoped, and I think that might. Did they understand that specifically? That's how it was going to work.
Yes, yeah, they understood. The rules were understood, but
okay.
I think that because we had a null and void situation where it wasn't an eviction, we had a house guest have to leave the game. Maybe originally the rules was that the other person goes home.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You know, but they had to change it, and we because we knew that there was going to be a way. Yeah, we knew there was going to have to be a course correction. I just
thought this was the most amazing. If they'd figured this out and this just came together, this was like the easiest way for Cirie to get rid of Blue.
I would have loved if
but
she
also
had
she
to
has
have
no
gone.
blood on her hand, right?
Yep. I would have loved.
It was unanimous. Everyone wanted Jag to go home, but Blue went anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, and he cry on Mama's shoulder, but you ain't telling her no more secrets because you got to shut up.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. Yes.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know that he's told her that, right?
No, but she knows that the condoms are gone, people.
Well, America knows.
Except, okay. Except
we kept looking for him.
The one good thing about Blue was entertaining this week. Like, cause I'm gonna be real. I don't love Blue. I
don't either.
In the game, she's no fun. She's not playing the game. Not really. She's just playing around with Jared.
I didn't like her until the red dress with the hair tonight, and then I sort of said, maybe I gotta rethink this. She looks stunning.
But personality wise,
she didn't look. She's never looked stunning, in my opinion. But tonight she looked really good.
But you know what? There's something about getting in front of that camera and being like, "Don't worry, your girl." No, you're not my girl. Not even close. Your girl, no. You're not done anything in this game. There's no reason
not someone's
to
girl if
you're
giving yourself away to them.
Oh, yeah, right? You're not his girl because you slept with him on the first date. Sorry to break it to you. And in fact, I think you're somebody else's girl back home as well. So
okay, and Izzy is like my favorite person in high school because she came out of that room and she was like, I did not see her head. She was way down there. I don't know. They were under the blankets. I don't think that was going on when she walked in. But
it was not.
Like something like serious was going on.
No, the whole is totally not into that for whatever reason.
Okay, the whole Corey and America, the AmeriCorey story is like, it's really funny because she is all over him 100%. And he is telling her, like, you aren't going to get what you are wanting. It's not going to happen. And it's not because he's not interested. He has said, not with all of the cameras. Like, he won't do it. That's the biggest holdup.
He said it twice. My mom is watching the show.
Yeah. And you know what? Respect.
He's like, might be the smartest person there. With hormones.
I think it's okay because here's the deal. Because the little bit that he did let him slide at the beginning of the week, he was having a really good read on the game. He's been talking to the camera when he's on the hammock. You know, he's showing that he has his eye on the ball and what everybody's doing. And then this week, he just lost his game. Like he's coming back a little bit. He's waking up a little bit. But there's so many things that have happened this week that he got a little sprung. He got a little confident and cocky because he's got this like beautiful girl like who's loving him. And then you got Red and Cameron that are dirt jealous because she's loving on the nerdy kid. And so now they hate America for no reason. It's a whole thing.
You see the thing I posted on our Facebook page? Tallying the votes on Facebook.
Specifically
with America and Cameron like lurking behind her. It was really creepy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Very creepy. Like very like
stares behind. I love that clip for two reasons. One, because he's just a creepy AF back there. But two, she couldn't be more stinking adorable if she tried. Like she is just so ridiculously adorable. That's just what she is. She's adorable. But yeah, the love interest between Corey and America, it's there. But Corey is really trying so hard to not let it go into a
he's
show.
He's being so sincere. He's like, it's not really there, but it's kind of starting a little. You know, he's like talking to the older lady and seeking advice. It's amazing, you know.
Yeah,
and then there's people on the Twitter or X on the X.
Yeah,
they're like blasting America because of the age difference.
I've seen one or two things like that. What I've seen,
because she's 27 and he's what, 21?
Yeah, You know what I've seen more than anything is I've seen a lot of people saying, hey, America, if the roles were reversed, you would look like a creep. You know, like you would be.
And we have to be honest here. He acts more mature. He might be dorky and everything, but look at how respectful he's being with her. Do you know what I mean? So he's not going to be like he's not being gross. He's acting more mature than some of those guys would. And
I think they work. I think they work well together as buddies. The tough thing is though, is that game wise, they couldn't be more different in how they would want to play this game. And that I think is going to be a detriment for both of them because they're not working. They are working together, but the teamwork isn't, the follow through isn't there. So like big part of this week's chaos is because, because Corey was telling America some of the things that were going on with this, like one of the millionth alliances. I'm sorry, guys. I would love to give you which alliance it was, but I have lost track like a week ago.
There's no way.
But he's kind of telling her because they're trying to figure out like, how do we keep Jag? How do we get rid of Blue? Do we want to get rid of Blue? Do we want to get rid of Jag? They're like putting all this out. America does not want to get rid of Jag because Jag's like her buddy and she doesn't want him to go. And so Corey's expressing to her like, well, here's all the things that are going on. Like you can't, like you can go and talk to him about this, but you can't let him know like where it's coming from. And the first thing she does is let him know where it's coming from. And then of course, Jag turns around and goes to Cirie and tells her where it's coming from. And so suddenly the tables turn and now they're all looking at Corey. And very quickly at the beginning of this week, Corey was tight in like a 4. And I think Corey has been pushed out and replaced with Matt. Totally. So
Matt got some Cirie love when
he's gone up the ranks this week.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It amazes me how Cirie is dominating the house. And I don't get it. I don't understand why everyone in the house isn't like, she's done this before.
They're not onto it.
This is why. Are you ready? It's because they're not that good at playing Big Brother.
Okay.
That's it. They're just not smart enough. They're not ruthless enough. Everybody in there is so insecure about every move they make that they go and run it past her because she's the professional. Look at Matt. They showed Matt. He won a secret. He won the biggest power you could probably have in the game. If this was Survivor, that is the idol. You keep quiet. You don't tell anybody you have it. And the first thing he did was tell the person that has the most power in the game.
It was more than the idol because you play it earlier and it only counts if the person you play it for is the voted. So if you would have played it for Blue, Jag would have gone home and he would have kept it for next week.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. So
correct, and she recognized that what a big deal that was.
Well, the other thing she did is she convinced him to
He didn't tell
flush the
anyone
idol. She convinced him, regardless of how she felt about Jagger Blue, she said, "Oh, you've got this, you better use it," because she didn't want it in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their reasoning for doing it because they knew he'd go after Cameron. All the reasons were absolutely spot on. Yes,
but the real reason is any Survivor player is going to say, "Flush the idol."
Yes.
Flush the idol now.
For sure.
She can give all the reasons she wanted to. The real reason was somebody has an idol and it isn't me.
Oh, but it works for their game, I think, too.
No, it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that
she now has this situation where she has these guys kind of pitted against each other, and still no one's looking at her. And as long as she can kind of go, oh, there's Cameron and Red, and they're gonna Jag, and then they're gonna go after each other. As long as I'm not saying my name, you know.
Yep.
She learned some things.
As the queen of Survivor, any name but mine.
Yep.
Any name but mine.
Yep.
And also, I get why they had to keep the players and stuff, but I really would have liked it better too. The dynamic and excitement of the game would have been more if that would have made Blue have to go home.
Yes.
But it definitely would have given some power to. Okay, sorry. Sorority has all the power. She doesn't need more power, so that's fine. But as far as what her game is concerned, like Blue is a problem. Blue is a problem in her game.
She's a problem for Jared, and Jared doesn't realize it.
Let's be honest. Jared's a way bigger problem than
Jared is by far the biggest problem she has.
First of all, Jared is asking a girl for her panties on national TV.
Yes.
Okay, so this is not cool.
No, but wait. He's not okay. I need to.
And then he says he's going to sell them on eBay.
I need to set this up for Christy for her to understand what has happened
about this. I'm sorry.
In the last few days. Okay, so it's been very well discussed in the last 48 hours, and with this crew, it goes back and forth all the time. But the ones who always know is like this. That group was Sari and Jared, Felicia, Izzy. It was decided. Jag's going home. Blue is safe.
Right.
However, Jared's dangling this information over Blue's head. Well, it might be the last night that you're here, so like we should probably get together again.
Oh, no, in fairness, Sari did tell him that she might go home.
Like 4 days ago. But
there was the fake reversal of the plan and for the week in a row.
Yeah, it was cemented by the time Jared was saying this.
Yeah, it was a little creepy, wasn't it? It was a little creepy.
He was using it as like this control thing and then she said they were talking about something and then he was like, yeah, well, you have bigger problems. You have bigger problem. Or she said, I have a bigger problem right now. Like I might be going home. And then he got offended because he wasn't the biggest concern. The fact that she might go home was her biggest concern.
And not that they just might only have one more night together.
So then he says to her, Christy, no joke, you should give me a pair of your panties where you leave. And if you get famous from all this, I could sell them on eBay. I think you're not. The tape is on. I'm not making this up.
Well, I just can't. The only thing that makes me think, right, because like people can act like total pigs, obviously. But when Sari ends up watching all of this and finds out that was going on in the house while she was there, that
she knows the condoms were missing.
Well, yes, but maybe you can still have plausible deniability. You don't want to think.
Right.
But when she sees her son say to her, can you give me your panties so I can sell them? Which gross. I think she's
someone would buy them. That's the worst part.
But wait, Christy. Do you
want to know?
They end up being shipped to like Wisconsin or someplace like that.
Gross.
Would you like to know what's going to be even more disturbing for her to see? Is video of her son Clorox wiping the couch in the community room where he and his girl were laying under the blankets.
True.
Why are you gonna be so messy?
And
Why
how
you gotta be
many
so
Well, what's funny is that America and Corey were like cuddling their leg. They were like, dude, move.
And then Izzy was like literally touching that spot like with her hands, like she was separating groups with her fingers, like rubbing it all over it. Everyone's like, "Oh God!" Like it's
Ooh, he's gross. He needs to go home. You
the
know,
whole
I've been
world
today
knows
about
that this
how
is this is a bad DNA spot in the house.
it is.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
so
house
funny
guests don't
like,
know.
because
They
like
come to
the world loves Corey, and he likes Jared Blue.
It's true.
but
It's tough.
but like I'm sure she went on the show thinking, oh, I'm gonna get to go on this with my son. That's gonna be super fun. I get to play with a family member, right? And and she's gonna find out, oh my God, my son's a perv. He's such an asshole. Sorry, but oh gosh, it's gonna. And what happens if she has to send him home? And now they got beef on that, and then. Guys, I'm a mom. I have
okay.
sons.
I'm sorry, but because you're a mom and I'm a mom, and we know, and David knows moms.
I feel so bad for her.
She's gonna lay her game down for him. We want her to evict him. We want some fun thing where she snakes him out of the house. She's going to lay down.
She's gonna go home because of him. Yeah.
I hope not. I hope she thinks real hard and channels Sandra, because I think Sandra will be like, hey, the game's the game. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't go against the house. I got to play my game. One of us has to win. And if your game was crap because you threw it away because of some chick, then
that's an interesting question. Jamie, when Sandra was on Survivor AU with her daughter, her daughter got injured like week 2, so I went home. Had Sandra been faced with evicting her, would she have done it?
I think it would depends on how the tribe is going. If it's the entire tribe wants to send them home,
she do it.
I think Sandra's going to be like, ugh. She's not going to throw her game away if she already sees her daughter's game's gone.
It's just an interesting question. I don't know. I can't answer.
She's very strategic. She's logical.
Yeah. I think it's exactly the way Chris said. Once she saw where the chips lay, then she would if she had to.
So I hope Sheree can do Sari can do the same thing.
But here's the fun thing about all of this. Like, we're talking about this, like the mom of the whole thing, right? But Mama we've got this storyline where Blue thinks that Felicia
Blue really didn't think that. It was clear from last night's episode that Blue was wise to it from the get-go, and that when that was embedded on the streets.
No. I think this is just a twist of editing, because for days, out of nowhere, that girl started being Felicia's shadow and talking about how she felt about Jared, and Felicia's all like, yeah, okay. All right. And then like asking if she can help her in the kitchen, and like and even to the point where Felicia started getting a little bit like separating from Sari for just a minute or two, like I got this other person I could possibly work with. It was just a weird thing. Like when I saw the editing, I was like, this is not right, because that girl was seriously trying to impress her future mother-in-law.
And why do you think they edited it that way?
Because they want America to like the country, the viewers to like Jared.
Okay, this is a funny thing you just did there. I kept doing it during the episode. When Jag was like, "Thank you, America." Is he talking to her or us?
A constant question.
The other thing that I thought was super funny with Miss Felicia was her just walking around, announcing to everyone, like, pretending to still look after you knew they were gone. The condoms. So she kept going on. She kept asking, "Where are they?"
But eventually they got found because Izzy took them to the room. Izzy took them to the room and threw them into the room.
Do what?
They did
eventually found them and threw them into the room when Corey and America were in the swinging bed.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
correct.
They eventually found them. They were originally in one room and they got moved because of Jared and Blue. And
do we know how many condoms there were?
I mean, clearly one short of what they should have used.
Is this like a trio box? Yeah.
There was,
and why hadn't production replaced it?
Oh, they don't
Well,
really.
they were used. Well, I think they put them there for liability reasons, not so much
Oh,
because they
sure.
want them used.
But I feel
Yeah.
like they should be refilling it so that it's not that obvious. Because I think they get more out.
I mean, I don't know. It
Because-
causes so much drama, though. If
Okay.
you were to see that was missing and you didn't know that there was something going on in the
Sure.
house, it's a storyline within
Look.
Sure.
Look, it's nothing new. Hamster Watch actually has a little square on its page that's like sexy time.
Yes.
And it tracks, and it tells you what night and what minute to go back and watch if you want to see it.
Cool. Okay, that's a weird kink, but but I was just thinking, like, the idea that someone could see that one was missing would probably keep some people from using one.
I would steal one on principle and like just flush it down the toilet or something just to throw a spank.
Just to cause some controversy. I love it when you just kind of.
I think also, it may have been Rockstar who said, don't quote me on that. It was her. I think it was on her Twitter that she said was like, FYI, the condoms in the Big Brother house don't get used. They might as well just be a set decoration.
Not this year. Not this season.
Not this year. Clearly,
that's what I was going to say. If they knew that no one would know that they took one and it was unlimited or something, maybe After Dark would get them some more viewers. Just saying.
Yeah, and she was that's because no one was getting busy, or because they were just being reckless.
No, yes, we will feature it we could feature an entire segment based off of the shower stool, but we will not do that here.
That's going to take more than some Clorox wipes.
That's definitely more. That's definitely more.
Yeah.
Just so we can kind of backtrack to the HOH competition that got us here.
Yes.
I did not stay up all night, but I did stay up until like 1 or 2 in the morning because
I know you did because you were texting me.
Like Izzy, okay. Like there's so many things that bother me, and I pretty much any of the feedsters, like anybody who watched the majority of this competition is so annoyed how we got the edit of this competition because it was there were so many missed opportunities that would have been great for a fill-in episode instead of what they gave us.
Oh, no doubt.
Like for instance, the Izzy dancing. The Izzy dancing was absolutely hilarious because it didn't happen.
Just a 40-second bit.
Yeah, it did not happen for like 5 seconds. This went on for hours. And every time the lights would turn off, Izzy would start just dancing her booty off. And then the light would come on and she would just immediately stop dancing.
So did she not think they could see, the cameras couldn't see her?
Well, I think it was more about the people in the room with her that she was like just trying to, and I mean, but the second those lights went on, it was hilarious.
That's funny.
Also,
there's a lot of controversy with the snakes about they shouldn't be using animals.
Well, it was regardless of how PETA you lean, it was stupid. Like it was just stupid. Like
why? They're in this, they're in a cage.
They're totally safe. There was no reason to even have them there.
Nobody's freaking out about the snakes. No one's freaking out.
That big habitat could have been inside the house, and those could have been the pets this year. I mean, they were completely safe.
Yeah, nobody was harmed by looking at the snakes. No one's game was ruined by looking at the snakes. But because they didn't get the reaction that they wanted from the snakes, they gave us a reaction about Matt's punishment that he unleashed of the flies. Here's the thing. The flies, it wasn't a thing. It was so cold in that room when the thing opened, the flies couldn't fly. They were dead. So
they were like comatose. They weren't dead. Comatose. They probably just warm up to be revived.
They couldn't fly. So all of the swishing and the oh my goodness and the buzzing and all of this that we got, it did not happen. Okay? Like Mimi's game and buzzer did not go off because she swatted at a fly. That's not even when her buzzer went off. They just I have figured out something this season, and I should have come up with this conclusion years ago. I am certain that CBS has their editing interns That's the only people writing for Big Brother. That's the internship.
Okay.
Before you can move on to Survivor. That's
no, because the evidence Survivor sucks donkey ass too. So
it is absolutely.
It's not pretend it's good.
So like, is the golden like is like that is the coveted position as editor or storyteller? Is that going to be like Amazing Race? That's a lot to cover.
Well, Amazing Race at least is edited well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, is that like the coveted?
It's
spot?
like the
Every time we say Amazing Race and Christie's on, I think of that stupid song they sang about the Truesers.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
You sang it, and I'm like, it makes me think of you so much.
Yes.
That was fun.
Well, I don't know. That whole competition was edited. It was
that's
stupidity.
The thing. It's like they know the fans have been waiting for it to come back. They never did it. Okay, fine. Hold it for your 25th season. That's awesome. Great. Bring it back now. Makes perfect sense. But they did not use it in the best way for something that people were waiting for.
And
they
part
did
of it
not
is
use it in the best way.
Part of it is the cast that we have too. Honestly, like, a bunch of the season 23 people, Claire and Tiffany and Big D, like there's a bunch of chatter on the Twitter while this was going on, while the feeds were going on, this competition. I know they're like 3 or 4 hours in, and these people are barely talking. They're just standing there in silence. It was like there was no talking. And all of our BB23 casts were like, man, by the second hour, we would have already harmonized like 7 different songs. There'd have been like 3 of us doing improv. Like, nobody stood there and had any fun except for Izzy. Like, she was in her own space. She was improvising on her own.
Blue was moving around a lot too. She was kind of bouncy.
It was just a very strange silence, but nonetheless, they stood there for nearly 14 hours. And for the record, I'm so glad that record wasn't beat, because to have Cameron beat Kaysar's record.
No, you're not wrong. I mean,
not on Kaysar. Not on something we
what
always.
They should have done this year?
Even if it's for the worst, we always associate Kaysar.
You know what they should have done this year? They should have. How many weeks is the show this season?
17,000.
It's
100 episodes.
It's 100 days.
Right, 100 days. Sorry, not 100 episodes. Wow, 100 days. Woo. I don't know. They should have had a different Big Brother All-Star come in each week and just freaking mess with them and bring back their best week or something.
I would have
their game or their HOH game win or their veto wins. Like, do it like that.
But who loved, after all those hours, when Bowie Jane went out and they gave her a pressure cooker? It's like, here, you just sat for 9 hours. It's a pressure cooker.
Ridiculous. And the prizes were so
dumb.
Red got an entertainment center, right? Which they didn't show.
Somebody got 2 years of Peacock
Peacock. No, but that was entertainment. That was with the entertainment system.
He got the entertainment center and a year subscription to Paramount Plus. I'm sorry, he's on CBS. Should he not get a?
He should get like a lifetime subscription now, right?
Yeah, none of them get anything. CBS is like really awful about letting contestants on Amazing Race, Survivor, Big Brother keep anything that they earn. It's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
So you're saying in Survivor, when people won the car, they never got to take the car?
Well, I don't know about those.
They do in Australia, because they'd be throwing down if they didn't get to keep the car.
Right? No, but their torch, things like that, they don't get to keep. They have to bid on their own torch, and they get out.
The stuff. I see what you're saying. Parts of the set, torches, the community idols, those sorts of things. I get it.
Yeah,
but not things that they actually win. If they win,
right.
I'm not even sure they get to take all their clothes that they wear home, because I think they auction some of that off too.
Well, it depends. If you are on an island with either, I don't know, like anybody who decides they need to throw your hat in the fire, or
who decides to wear your clothes when you're gone.
Or
I mean,
put
at least give
on
them a
your
gift
clothes.
certificate to get a new hat or something, you know?
I mean, you can't even get people to leave you a jacket. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole.
Oh, now let's give it up. Let's give it up for Corey, who gave his jacket to Nicole at the beginning of it was freezing in that room.
Yep.
And he loved his coat, and he stood there and froze for like 7 hours.
Did they have it freezing in the original one?
I don't know.
No, because it was outside. They were in a room. They weren't like, they were in the backyard on the original one, so like they could see it go from night to day, whatever. Right. They weren't in an enclosed room.
They had no idea even what time it was.
Well, they can kind of judge, yeah. I think that a pressure cooker is hot. Why didn't they make it hotter, not colder?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying incredibly hot. You don't want people dropping dehydration and stuff. But just incrementally, it's 90 degrees now. And you're just standing there. That's what's to get uncomfortable. 95, 100, I
like when they played the bad heavy metal music. Although I just coming back to they could have done the ghost thing and just played "I'm Henry VIII I Am" over and over for like an hour and a half, and it would just
they would not shell the money over for a copyright release on anything. They would not do it. But I thought it was pretty funny that Bowie was all like, "Oh yeah, I can do this. That's good." Oh my gosh! And can we talk about Bowie Jane, because this has been the week of
we
Bowie.
We can talk about Bowie Jane.
Okay. Because somebody has to, right? Okay, this girl's not playing the game. Okay, there is now a hashtag.
Or is she?
Or is she? There is a hashtag out there that has gained massive population, which is F Bowie Jane, full litter. There are magnets out there.
Some people want to do that?
No. It's because every single time, Sari, Felicia, any of them talk about Bowie Jane, it's always bleep Bowie Jane. Every time. Bleeping Bowie Jane. It's a whole thing, and it was great because
and what do you think is the reason why they hate her?
She walks into conversations and won't leave, and she's just awkward.
Because she's not included. She's trying.
But you want to know one of the biggest reasons they decided that they were
make an alliance of one.
They were stressing about her. There's some platform to it. One, because they were kind of leaving Bowie Jane out a little bit, just how clicks click. Right. And so she was kind of getting left out a little bit. So then she started cozying up more with Red and Cam. And so that kind of put him on edge already. Yes. But then during this competition, when the music was playing and Bowie was kind of rocking out, Sari and Felicia are like, look at her. She has no rhythm. There is no way she's a DJ. She could not be a DJ. She has no rhythm. And then they started going, how old do you really think she is? Remember how we said, why are you lying about your age? That's really dumb. That's weird. There's no way.
Yeah, one of the younger girls. She
didn't want to be the oldest. She didn't know.
One of the younger girls, I think it was Blue, had her age almost perfect. She's I think she's 45.
Yeah. It was hilarious. It's they're like, look at her profile. Look at her profile. There's no way she's as old as she says she is. So they're picking her apart.
Okay, so but why did they decide they didn't? Okay, at the beginning, she's one of the women that likes to work out. So she was in there working out, and some of them don't really go in to work out. Okay. So was that what it is? Is it because she spent maybe those early days maybe talking more to the guys?
I think it's because she had to have
she missed the train to bond.
I just don't think that she's bringing anything to the group. Even when she did have the opportunity to, she always has to have kind of things they had to be re-explained. Her reply to most everything is like, what should I do? Or, oh yeah. Let's see. Felicia started calling her teeth.
But is anyone talking about that she has to go? Has in a single person said she has to go?
Not yet. Not yet. They're like, she's on our list. We have to watch her. She's on our list. But no, they haven't said she's
But if
out.
she's asking them, what should I do? Clearly, she's going to vote the way they tell her to vote. So does she have to be on the list?
I think they believe that a little bit, but they know she's kind of closer to Cam and Red as of right now.
True.
But I really think that I think that if anyone in the house is a floater, it's her. But I wouldn't even say that she's a floater because I don't feel like she's floating herself to the top.
Right.
You know, she's just adrift.
So for this new HOH, every single person gets to participate, which is kind of the only saving grace for Cam, fairness wise. Now, I don't like it because I wish he could not.
Right.
I wish he could not participate, but I guess that was the way to even out. Yeah, you were HOH, but you get a chance to win it again because it was a sucky week that we null and voided for you. So who do you think is going to win this week? Do you think Jag's going to have enough fire in the tank?
I would love if he did.
Does anyone know what the contest is? Then show us.
No, I'd love if he did just for stirring it up, you know, like what happens if he gets it? I'm afraid that if Bowie Jane got it, I mean, would it stir stuff up? It possibly could.
Who is she even put up? She doesn't want it because she doesn't want to make a decision.
Yeah, she doesn't want it.
She's just going to put up whoever the loudest person tells her to. But it would be interesting to see if she just, in the end, does she decide to listen to Cam and Red? Does she decide to listen to Cirie, Felicia? Like, who is it? I do think that our large alliances are starting to break apart and fracture majorly. Everyone's really paranoid of each other. There's even been a couple times where Felicia and Cirie are getting paranoid of each other. So
I think they're gonna backstab each other at some point because I don't think they're
so?
gonna as
Gosh,
tight,
I hope not.
as tight as we've been led to believe.
Gosh,
well, I think that they definitely were that tight, but you're living in a house with these people for this amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I think that Felicia knows enough of the game to understand that, man, Cirie might really be a danger to me because it seems like people are listening to her a little bit more than they're listening to me. As long as her ego can clear out and she can see that, I think she might try to make a move.
As long as she can think, but here's the thing: what Cirie's telling them to do is them as well. So,
what did you say? We missed part of that.
Sorry,
what Cirie's telling them to do.
What Cirie is telling, so Cirie is getting people to do what she wants. But the thing that she wants is usually what Felicia wants also. So if she can stand back and let Cirie play that top dog, then she knows that her neck's going to be sticking out before hers.
Well, no,
America and Corey are about the only people that have actually muttered the words out of their mouth. At some point, we have to look at Cirie.
If America wins HOH, who do they put up? Well, that would be an interesting question.
They, meaning America, the country, or she, the lady? Use that pronoun.
Bravo.
Because America, they are not going to win HOH.
I wish I knew how to really work this. So every time we said America, I could play the West Side Story song because I think
America. I think that they are. I think.
I'm sure Jack will yell at me.
My guess is okay. Let's say America. Let's say America gets. If America gets HOH, Cam and Red are definitely going up against each other. If one of them come down, they will probably be replaced with maybe Blue, maybe Bowie Jane.
Yeah, I could see that for America.
But because I don't think she's gonna put Jag up. Jag kind of messed his game up a little bit this week, to be very honest. Because he kind of stepped on a few toes trying to save himself, but it was a little sloppy.
He's a lone wolf now. He has to continue to save himself.
I could see Corey, definitely. Maybe America putting Matt up there, backdooring Matt. But if it doesn't get out that he's the one who had the power, he's definitely.
They cannot let that come out.
Yeah.
There's no way. That doesn't help Cirie either. She holds on to that later on when she wants to manipulate Jared or Blue, or you know what I mean.
But if Jared and Matt go on the block together, then she absolutely should say Matt had the power.
Yes.
Then yeah, without a doubt. But
you hold on to that little nugget.
But maybe not if it's Jag's alliance members or friends that are the ones that are going to be doing the voting, because that might save Matt.
That's true.
Yes, yeah, it's tricky. That's the thing. In one way, this is such a cliche advantage that was played, but I feel like at least the fact that Matt and Cirie were able to keep it a secret up until now, I think that bodes well for the possibility of it being kind of cuckoo bananas in the house for a little bit with this. Whoever the camera person was in charge of the feeds, whenever they were talking about the power, would constantly cut the feeds, and everybody was getting really annoyed because it's like, well, we already know he won the power. Why aren't you just letting us see this?
Yeah, why can't we hear other?
Do you know what's weird is why don't you just leave the feeds on?
Yeah,
because you end up finding out anyway.
Right.
But we didn't. We didn't this time, though, did we? Because we knew that Matt had the power through the feeds, but they kept blocking it with the conversation about Jag. So I literally had the goofiest Twitter feed of my life tonight, because I started out with Matt getting this power is so yawn, and then I replace it with, well, maybe I was wrong about this. We'll see. And then my next one was, no, my instincts were right. And then my next one's no, they weren't.
Well, I will say, by doing it the way that they did it with the feeds, it made it for you guys who are following the feeds all the time, maybe a little more interesting tonight.
Exactly. So there was that. I really didn't up until, and we're talking about all the big feed watchers that really know this game. Really know this game back and forth. Even them, they were oh wow, okay, whoa, this is actually happening. Jag is safe. So
now, see, this power would have been yawn and boring if Matt hadn't told anybody.
I think
the fact that he told someone made it interesting.
No, let's assume Matt hadn't told anybody. Let's assume CBS didn't tell us. Okay. And let's assume that it was just played and nobody, including the players, other than the guy, that would be a way to play it. And what a spanner that would have been.
Yeah.
Really, that's what he should have done. He should have played it and said nothing to anyone.
Yeah, that would have, because then the entire power of it would have stayed with him.
So did he tell Cirie? Because he needed her.
And blame Cirie. I would have said Cirie won it. That's what I would have done. I would have whispered.
But did he tell Cirie because he wanted her advice, or he told Cirie because he could use this to gain favor and trust with her?
Well, that's what he did. But
was that his motivation?
Yeah,
I think so. Good. I definitely think so, because Matt was a little bit of a free agent there.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too. Matt has this really weird issue against America, because Riley is gone and he was really pining for Riley, and so he's been a little bit of a baby when it comes to that.
I get that though. I think I speak for all of the male watchers when I say we miss the bikini.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't miss the
bikini still lives. It's just not on your TV. Sorry.
Yeah, just possibly not enough to lose $750,000.
Yeah. That'll buy a lot of bikinis.
And also that weird romance was mostly in his head, so it really wasn't a thing yet. But he kind of has an issue against America. He kind of dislikes her a lot. And
I think he doesn't like the Latin people. That's what I think.
He's been kind of a turd burglar this week, but
Siri, is that true, or you just said that?
I'm just being an asshole.
Oh gosh, I was going to say
stirring the pot. He's just stirring the pot. But
like, how are we
he's-
just hearing this now? Okay.
I think that but also look at it. Look at, like, okay, let's just look at who he's in the house with right now. Like, he's a young strapping lad, you know. He cleans up like Encino Man on prom night. Yeah.
Yes.
He
Yes.
has
he
the
totally
look,
does.
right?
You remind me, what was the guy on Survivor who gave up his title and then got out?
Yeah.
He
And then
looked just like, what was his name?
I know there's too many of them.
No, the guy, he took his title off and gave it to the girls, and then they voted him out.
Yeah, because it was
Oh,
the Black
Eric.
Widows that took him out.
The one that was the ice cream guy.
He looked just like him.
I don't think he does at all.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was skinny and had like a really
Like a
long
Wish,
face.
a Temu.com version, maybe.
There you go.
But
There you
yeah,
go.
Matt's got a look. He's talented. He's a successful athlete, you know. And here he is in the house. And the scrawny little nerdy guy's got the hot girl. And then the other, like the only guy that could possibly really like compete with what he's got going on, you know, and he's got blue. And then what? Cam and Red, like he was probably not comparing himself on the same level as these guys either. Where's his showmance? Well, you voted her off second week. You know,
Yeah.
He's all alone. He's a male. He's got testosterone. He's like, I don't have anyone
And
to
you know
flirt
what?
with.
By picking Suri though, that's pretty smart because he's picking someone that will like help balance his game, you know, a little bit.
Yep.
Like he can kind of help her with the, you know, the endurance and the more physical things. And
Well, he's now a part of the Fields family, and so now Izzy and Jared have a sibling, and
well,
that's
after
the whole thing.
Oh,
Ian and Jared might be out for
this
good.
just in on my feed. I offer you greetings and salutations from rural Wisconsin.
Oh, I know that guy.
He
I know that
says
one.
hello.
Well, I think that this next week could be pretty. I think their paranoia is going to go nuts this week. I mean, Izzy's already a fairly paranoid person. Usually gets
She's
Serena
actually
to
been
calm her
calm
down.
this week, though, except for the whole wanting to
Well-
kill Bowie Jane.
Well, no, but they had to have a whole like sit down and come to Jesus with her about how she needed to calm down and learn how to change her facial expressions when she was around Cameron.
She can't help it.
They were like, no, like you need to practice
She's so
that.
earnest. She
You
just
can't make these faces. Like you have to
But you
pretend
know-
like everything's fine.
I was watching the feeds during the pressure cooker challenge Friday morning. And they were showing her and Suri laying on the couch watching. And I thought she was making Suri crack up. Like they
Oh,
really
yeah.
were having a good time together.
She is funny. Izzy
So
is
they
really
clearly,
funny.
yeah, she's a lot, but they get along.
Mhm.
Suri is
And I mean, like,
entertained by her.
Cerie's like, I've had enough. You know, right now she's like, I have enough. I want everyone to leave me alone. But if you think about it, you know, she's in that house. She's locked in that house. You know what it's like when you're like at home with your kids and they're all like bugging you. And mom can have a snack. Mom can have a snack. Mom can have a snack. Mom, is it okay if I do this? Can I do this? Can I have that? Can I do this? And that's essentially what she's going through in this house where everybody keeps coming to her
Yeah.
and they're like, hey, can I do this? Should I do this? Would this be okay? This person said that. This person's saying this about me. It's so
Okay.
much.
Okay, so does Blue know who Jared's mom is?
I think that yesterday it got cleared up.
Because she
Or,
was like,
like-
it's either Felicia
Well,
Yeah.
CBS
or
It
wants
got
us to think
cleared-
she knew the whole time.
It
What?
got cleared. I got cleared up. She came around to it before the episode,
Okay.
Right.
and then she was all like, "Oh, it doesn't really matter." But
Does Suri know that she knows?
I don't
No.
think that she
No,
knows that
she has
knows.
no idea that he's told her, or she would lose
Or
her shit.
Suri would have found a way to flip the vote tonight against her, right?
No.
Yep.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Oof.
She
That would've been
definitely
good,
knows
actually,
that.
but-
I mean, she definitely knows that her and her son and her are having relations.
And
She's
she's a little grossed out by that.
yep.
You're
As
on
mom
on
would
me.
be. I mean, yeah.
But I
Ugh.
mean, you know, when Jared was sitting there and fighting to say, hey, we need to get rid of Jag needs to go, he was making really good points on behalf of his own game. Him having blue in the game is great for him. It's not great for her, really.
Right.
It serves a huge danger.
It's neutral for her. I don't think it matters. It probably is better for her than having Jag in the game, only because it's another vote by proxy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
if Blue do whatever Jared tells her to, then that's good for Suri's game.
But I think that yes, as where we're sitting and as we see the game, yes. But I think maybe where she was at, she just doesn't trust Blue. She just doesn't trust her, and she trusts Jag maybe a little more.
Okay, this scenario, I just popped in my head and I want to see what you guys think. So let's say that somebody finds out, it gets wide known that those two are mother and son. And the next situation is like, nope, we got to split them up. They go up on the block. And they don't save themselves in the veto. It's them on Thursday night. Who do you think is able to, who goes home?
Suri goes home because she'll self-evict.
Do you really think that?
Yep. She already told Jared she'd lay down her game. She already won.
I would self-evict, but I think
I
they
would
still
love
send
CBS
Jared
to
home.
say you can't. Yeah, I love it.
I'm
going
to tell you right now.
No matter what.
She is one of my favorite Survivor
she
players.
She really quit. Because that would ruin her brand. She couldn't do that, and she knows that.
Exactly. She would
be never go on another reality show.
Maybe it's in her contract that she can't self-evict to save Jared. Possibly.
But just think about it. If she quit, that would destroy her whole.
It would destroy her rep. You know, like
I would think
her whole
so.
thing. Her first season in Survivor was that she was this person who had pushed herself way beyond her boundaries.
And you got to think there's got to be the potential for Survivor players and their kids.
Yes,
that could be a good season, right? Because you have Sarah and what's her daughter's name? I'm spacing.
Nina.
And Nina, and you have now Jared and Suri.
Yes.
So and there's probably one of Rob's kids is probably
because that's the next generation, right?
Right. So you call it Survivor the Next Generation,
years, their kids can play. Yeah.
Well, here's the one crux and all that. I don't think that it's in her contract. I don't think that it's going to bother her brand because she just straight up said to Jared, I mean, there was a whole conversation. She's like, baby, if you are close to this and there, you know, and she's like, I'll lay down my game. I've already won. I've already done this.
If he's close and she deems that he has a better chance to win than she does.
That's a different thing than laying down the game if he's not going to win.
Right.
I still think she'll do it. I still think she'll do it.
I think it messes her brand because I'm telling you that people turn on her.
I would be highly disappointed, but I also
know would be ugly.
Guys, this is our debate. If you want to tell us what you think, email us. We need to know, or go over to our group on Facebook and tell us.
Now, final debate of the night, the tally of the votes. We need to decide who had the better wardrobe, Julie with her off-shoulder blouse or Red with his halter top.
Wait. I've got a couple other candidates we need to talk about.
Okay. We
got to talk about Nicole looking stunning in the orange dress. We have to talk about Blue with the red dress and that hair, and I'm just saying she looked good. And then but here's the one person I think it takes best of show for this week. I think Suri with the braids and the glasses
and the braids
and a blouse. Yeah. I thought she looked sophisticated. I thought she looked awesome. I was golf clapping.
She looks like she's ready to host a talk show.
You ruined me apparently. So dudes who want my man card, come get it because I'm definitely watching the wardrobe now.
Yeah.
But I thought Suri looks awesome, and I think she was best of show.
She looked great. But I'm going to say that the best dresser in the house or on the stage technically is Jag. He's out. He has some amazing. Oh my God! Does he ever put together an outfit? But yeah,
he wears the clothes.
Awesome.
The clothes.
So with the braids and the glasses, I didn't even realize it was her for a heartbeat. I just had to look and go, wow, what a transformation.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she's literally always wearing the gray robe. Always. So
Yeah.
to see her in anything beside that right now is transforming.
They
Good
were
for her.
talking about on the feeds all week of doing an Izzy makeover, and I was there for it, and it never happened.
Dang it! Maybe this week will be the week.
She literally wears tank tops 24/7.
Well,
like that's
saying.
it, right? That's all she ever wears is tank
She's
tops, and
a
then the past.
laser too. I'm just saying.
Okay, but that's her style.
That's
and if they do a makeover, are they going to make her look good?
Well, I don't know what they were
style,
planning.
Or are they going to transform her into something that's not her style?
We don't know because it never happened.
I would hope that they'd be respectful and do it in her own style because she could use some polish there as well.
Well, listen, no matter what they do or how they dress her up or how they make her look, she's always going to look better than Tyler does on the challenge with his stupid beanie cap and his hair that's completely the same shape and size as his beanie cap. Every commercial, I'm like, God.
I can say right now that I've never watched a single episode of the challenge.
I mean,
you should. It's good fun. It's good fun.
It's interesting. It's a good background show.
The last time you said it was good fun, I watched the freaking Amazing Race. It was awful.
And the Amazing Race this year is going to be super great because now commercial flights are back in the mix, baby.
No, I don't watch it. I watched the Goofy season.
Yeah, you did. It was really weird. The
COVID season, right? Although I do watch the people that won it, the YouTube couple, what's their name?
Yeah.
The Raleigh couple?
That they love each other so much.
Or Holdersons or whatever it is.
Yeah, the YouTube
family. I watch their stuff on YouTube now, and it's funny occasionally.
They're funny.
Their Gen X summer was banging. That was a good one.
The pickleball one was a circle. I about died.
Yes. Well, guys, that's pretty much all I have in my notes. I don't think I have anything else of any really like. Oh, wait, Jared did say evoke, by the way. Points.
I heard that. And I was watching the closed caption because yes, I have to watch on closed caption everything now because I cannot miss a word, and it didn't say it, and I was like, ugh.
Well,
Did you watch everything on closed caption?
Yeah, I watch everything on closed.
Can you tell us you're getting older without actually telling us you're getting older?
Oh, I've always done that.
I've been doing it for years because when TV got smarter, I'm pretty sure I started it with Lost. But when TV got smarter and there was so much coming at you, I had to be able to read it. I was like, what? Huh? What are they saying? You can't miss a word.
I held out until
did they say they
or Lasso, and I couldn't understand shit they were saying. Put it up on the screen.
I started the closed caption because I had small children, and I was all like, shh.
Right, and then just barge in, and you'll miss like one word and go, God dang it, I don't know what it.
Right.
I'm watching Ted Lasso. Like, these aren't Englishmen with their English. I can't understand them.
There are some people that have a problem picking up the space in between the words. Yeah, with the English accent
or any other accent. English. It's being English spoken with an accent that you are not.
Yeah.
Accustomed to. Yeah. It's good then too.
Anyway. God bless the closed caption. We appreciate it. But yeah, let's see how it goes this week. I kind of really hope that Jared does not get an HOH, that the gloating God that he thinks he is.
Okay, I don't want to wish him ill will at all, but if Jared sprained his ankle or something, something pulled him from the game and let his mom just play without him, I would be happy.
I think he's getting a little bit of a pass.
He's not getting a pass. He's not getting a pass. He's getting his ass tore up on Twitter. He is not getting a pass.
Not the way he would be if he was.
Nope. Stop that conversation right here.
The panties.
Some of us do not hold the same beliefs as other people on this podcast. I will not be held responsible for this man's opinions.
I'm just saying that he's getting a pass.
No,
on that.
No, he's not. He's not getting a pass.
I'm surprised they haven't said people aren't saying he should be taken off the show for it.
But that's just some people saying stupid things. That's not what most people.
Well, we don't know exactly what their code of conduct says.
He's not saying He's saying dumb, gross things and stupid things.
But he's not saying
anything against the rules.
Well, okay. Or he's saying open misogynistic things. Let's call it what it is.
So is Matt. But so is Matt.
We've seen people actually win that were misogynistic.
Yeah.
So
right. I'm just saying, Corey may be the only male on the show that isn't behaving in a misogynistic manner. Certainly Heisman was.
I'm going to say that
and that's why America loves him.
I'm going to say Jag is truly the only one, because even Corey has a little bit of I'm smarter than everybody else. Ha ha, dumb people. You know?
Yeah. Except he thinks that America's the secret genius. Oh, you're the secret genius. That's your
smarter than you. He's like, you're believing I'm smarter than you.
Well, I think that once America's like secret college,
that was not her secret, but she thinks that was her secret. Okay.
When he was all like, "Oh, you are like, I'm right to think you're smart. I shouldn't talk down to you."
He didn't say that. You're Ivy League or something. And he said, you're genius this year. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did, the way that they have their conversations changed a little bit, like over that, like for a while he was like, no, that's a bad idea. Like everything she would say, he's like, no, that's stupid. So, I mean,
maybe her ideas were stupid. Were they good ideas, Jamie?
Not always. But not always wrong either. She had a good 50-50. She is bad 50-50. No, it's a toss-up. None of these guys are angels, but Jared is specifically about some of the things he says.
America really into Corey, or is this a game move?
I think he's the totally safe male in the house.
Right, it's like the relationship it shouldn't be.
Okay.
No, she is into Corey. She is trying to get up on him constantly.
She's a smart girl and she's beautiful, but I think she looks at the house and you go like, where can I feel safe? Where can I feel? And Corey, he's not putting the moves on her. If he'd been a different aggressive guy, I don't think she would like him. No, but he's like a safe place to go, if that makes sense.
And he grows on you. He's one of those that definitely grow on you, because he's like, you know how some people just kind of get a little bit cuter and more endearing, like the more you get to know them.
Absolutely,
and he's definitely one of them.
I just from the beginning, he's got a little Ian in him.
Sure. A little bit. A little bit of the like the sweet, like
sweet, innocent little thing going on. Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. With Corey, a lot of that I think is contrived.
Do you?
Oh, you think so?
I absolutely do. He's confident as heck. They did a big conversation with him over on one of the very popular podcasts, and we're just talking about how when he came in the house, he was really kind of trying to set himself up as being like the little brother and like attaching himself to the boys club and being the little brother in the boys club who was non-suspicious. You carry him along and then he just gets you, right?
And he is a little brother, so that's easy for him.
But as soon as he started having the girl on his shoulder, like he couldn't do the little brother thing anymore, and now the real him is coming out. I definitely think the imposter syndrome guy is contrived. That's not him. He's very confident. He's very sure of everything that he says, to the point when he talks to the cameras, he'll say, yeah, I'm not a perfect Big Brother player. Like, I'm good.
Is he confident that in America, because he was like, does things that she's too pretty to like him? Is he confident there? They're like, oh yeah, of course you'd like me.
Yeah.
No. I think he thinks she's out of his league and he's suspicious of it.
No, I don't think so. I think maybe at the beginning.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting he's not playing because he thinks there's no way she's really into me. This is a game move.
I do think that he's smart enough to say, I'm here to play a game. I'm not here to, you know what I mean? Like, I have to try to keep my
Or is he smart enough to go, okay, I don't want to shun her, because he knows that the showman.
He's not big time. He's not shunning her.
No, I know, but given the situation, okay, so he knows that showmances have issues in the gameplay, or can, right? She's saddling up to him, and he's going, let's maybe like draw this out a little bit, because I don't want to have to say no to a showmance, but at the same time, I don't want to fast forward to a romance. Like, let's just like Right?
Yeah, he's stuck in a very strange place where it's like you can tell he really does dig her and she digs him because the way that they talk together and laugh at each other's stuff is genuine. Like you can see that they are falling for each other very easily. However, he is very much in this like, I have wanted to play this game and I'm representing my brother.
Like I'm working right now.
I've got to win this game. Yeah. But oh my gosh, I really like her. But also I have to win this game.
Right.
And America's all like, oh, I'm very smart and I would like to play this great game strategically. Like, oh, why doesn't Corey like me the same?
Yeah, she's like, we're here to play this game, but oh my gosh, love.
Yes. You know? See, so it's like they both like each other, but they're also like
America.
It's a weird cat and mouse thing that constantly is happening between the two of them. But no, I definitely think that he really likes her. I think the like awkward little guy thing is just like, I think he would probably come across as more awkward and like little guyish if also Red and Cameron were not both also little guys.
True.
You know,
what does his brother say? Has his brother commented on whether he thinks it's
real? Yeah, he has some Twitter posts and stuff.
But does he think it's real?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he says that he absolutely does. And then also Corey's mom talked about it on there and said that she thinks America is adorable. So they're all very excited to meet her and have her over for dinner.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, it's cute. And then I saw on Twitter tonight, there was a reaction video of Corey's grandparents' response to his shout out to his grandma and grandpa tonight. And that
nice.
Those big shout outs, don't make it stop.
It's okay if there's one, just one.
Ooh.
The only shout out I like today is Red said, shout out to someone and the youngins. And I sort of like, if you're going to shout out to the youngins, I'm okay with it.
Julie kind of tried to really quick cut Boy Jean though.
Well,
and realizes she's out of control, right?
And then Finn Blue must have shouted out to like 15 people.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sorry. Okay, before we go, I just have to say, if I already kind of was at odds with even attempting to like Blue, her speech tonight sealed the deal.
What was the kitty thing going on? The happy kitty or whatever she was talking about.
Gross. She does it all the time.
Is that like her brand thing? Like her...
I guess. I don't know.
She did
number
not
one reason why Jamie doesn't like you thing.
Did you know she did not even try to be on the show?
No?
She was a recruit.
Ugh, I hate them.
So that's why she doesn't know anything about the show. They found her on the internet.
She's too worried about her brand.
I'm so shocked.
City thing, I don't even get it, but probably
seriously, this is how you don't have to be told that, because here's why you don't have to be told that, because there's a conversation that she had with Cam and she's like, Cam, like if you guys just like keep me safe, I promise, like when it comes to like HOH, I will like drop out and just like let you have it. When we have to compete for HOH this week, I will just drop out and let you have it. And he's like, I can't compete. I can't.
And then she goes, well, that's smart because you're too weak. He's like, no, I can't compete.
But now he can. So is he scrambling real quick to go, hey, that thing you said, let's do that thing.
Right? Oh my God.
That thing I said I couldn't do, but now I can do it, so let's do the thing.
That's what Jared is saying. That's what Jared is saying.
I don't know. Yeah, it's official. I don't enjoy Blue at all. I wanted to. She's so funky looking. She has cute style.
Her hair was cool tonight. You got to admit it. I don't know how she does that. That was neat.
I am concerned that her face is so shiny all the time. Like, what is this a thing? Is this a thing?
You're not supposed to exfoliate that much.
Like, girl, there needs to be some kind of texture to your skin. Like, show us that you are not an amphibian. Enough so we know.
She's like sandpapered it all off. It's just like that bad guy in the Hannibal Lecter movie that's in the bed that Gary Oldman played, and he's just like barely skin, like a very thin sheet of skin.
Oh, that was gross.
That was gross.
Anyway. It's a great comparison, though. I feel it. I feel it. All right, guys.
All right, well, let's pretend it's Christmas time and wrap it up.
All right.
Let's see what we get. We'll see what we get. So we're going to be back here next Thursday.
Next Thursday night.
I'm sure that there'll be 1.5 million things that happen between now and then in that house. If anything interesting that comes in video clip form happens, we're going to post it on our Facebook page. So you should go and check that out periodically. Yeah. If you see something that you'd like to share it as well. You want to earn one of those badges. You want to badge.
Oh, if you join, I will make you a top contributor immediately.
You want to be a top contributor? Come on over.
We'll just have them running across the feed, across the screen. People who actually said things in our email and or in our group.
We are not above begging. Please come by. No, really.
And Ro, I know you've gone to bed now, but I know you're going to watch this tomorrow. And when you do, just remember you committed to sending email.
She's going to have thoughts, I think, on some of the things we spoke about tonight, and I think she's going to want to share with us.
I am actually quite curious to hear what some of those thoughts are. The difficult homework is coming.
Because I told her big words, remember? Only because I know she already knows them. Come on.
Because she knows them. So, yep, Thursday, hit like, hit subscribe. You can get a ding, ding, ding when it's time to come on over. And don't you want that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give you the who's its and the what's its as we see it, and you can share your thoughts and opinions as well.
Get your woo hat on. Time to go woo.
Hats allowed.
I'm a space cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Again, space something. Sure. All right, guys. Well, that's it. And we'll see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat time.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.